first early seconds. They might have to sell.
Sure. And if I'm in the position of the batter, I'm not good with balls, so definitely not gonna work as well. You know what, guys? You know what, guys? LBH versus RV right now. If you're for Team Raven, let's see some crow emojis. If you're for Team Labyrinth, what about fire? Let's see it in the chat right now. S tier, Geisha is gonna make his rounds towards the shack. And he missed the bot.
I think he did, yeah, just spawning over there at the corner of the shack, and now the bot is crouching. Oh no, the bot is actually way past his line of sight, so that's a great job on the mechanics side. So still looking for a body to leech, and it seems like he has a hold of the batter, going for a main body hit now.
Yeah, that's the batter wasn't aware that the mother host is probably there, because that's actually a symbol up there, an icon if the host is there, and probably missed the direction, didn't see where. Sneaky, good job by the Dream Witch. Now we're gonna release the patroller, just gonna get this second hit very soon, unless if you can make something happen with the balls. But again, it's so hard to use the balls.
The sequence there, did you see he blocked the window with the main body, and now he's gonna leech, so that was very efficient use of the main body. So unfortunately, unable to use the skill of the batter, and now this is the first down. Wanted to go for the mechanic, but you know what, if the batter presents itself, all right, I'm gonna down this kiter, and the bot is actually close by in this area.
Katulanux, thank you, Anonymous Assassin. Yeah, Katulanux doing a very good job right here. Just securing the down batter very soon, even though it's not what she hoped for. The mechanic first, but again, still good, because technically there are still 4 people decoding here, and Gravekeeper gonna make his rounds towards the batter.
Let's see how the camping of Katulanax will hold up against this Gravekeeper. I wonder how patient he's going to play it. Oh, that's so good. He's going to try to go for the save and saving from behind, but now he tries to go for a hit, but the batter is winding things up.
Oh no! But Katulanax there, he's like, no, I'm not taking any nonsense from these balls. I'm not afraid of the balls. And just like that, before the batter swings, the Dream Witch swings first.
Yeah, so that was an excellent scramble in Katulanax's favor, able to down the Gravekeeper. The Gravekeeper did get an anti-curse, so that's pretty good. Already expended 1 shovel, second time on the rocket chair for this batter. So it's going to be a pretty tricky situation now, because 4 ciphers still remaining.
Yeah, I mean, at this point though, Psychologist probably needs to heal up the Gravekeeper and go, but then again, there are still 4 ciphers remaining, so I'm not really sure what their game plan is, but to be honest, if no one else has a tide, and even if they manage to rescue the batter, it's really hard.
True, and now the Gravekeeper able to remove the leech just in time. But we see that the mercenaries, the mechanic is actually in this area. Gonna try to go for a main follower hit. He's gonna be able to down the Gravekeeper just in time for the batter to expire. So the proactiveness of Katulanax is just showing here that Cypher is about to pop, but now the main rescuer is gonna see a rocket chair with no rebound kiting options. He used his last shovel, and now he's gonna have to kite out of this water tank area, which is one of the hardest places to save.
Wow, I definitely see that they're trying to rescue at the very last minute, I think. Otherwise, it would seem like the mechanic missed it. But right now, mechanic is going to be the target of choice for Katulanax here. Patroller is up and biting Kotato right there. I can imagine any second now, unless he can time the pallet down. No. Yeah, he really decides to just leap past the pallet there, and just like that, 2 players are half health with a leech on the Gravekeeper, and things are looking good, looking great for Katulanax.
Wow, yeah, great, like good to great. When you drop that pallet, Gravekeeper was able to get stuck on that second kite. And yeah, that exchange, you know what, the mechanic was trying to buy time, and now the Psychologist has to be very careful. Eats a hit. But the Psychologist is kind of brawny, but I mean, now we see that the mechanic has found a football here, so she's going to play Stutter. Let's see how they will respond to this situation. A lot of pressure being applied to the survivors here. Kotato, not much health. 1 hit, she will be falling down, but you still have the Psychologist here that can tank 2 more hits.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the pace of the Psychologist, he's not gonna rescue. I just feel like this game is gonna be really hard, and that's the second time the drop. the drop pallet just happening so so well in favor of Katulanax. He just knows the timing and the pacing of the survivors, and just like that, 2 survivors out, 2 survivors at half health, and 3 ciphers remaining. Posh, I'm calling it. I feel like it's gonna be a very possible 4K for Katulanax.
That's the Nell guarantee, guys. And it seems that way. 3 ciphers, 2 survivors remaining, and now the mechanic, no anti-curse, but we do have a leech. Nice, able to use the football and activate it just in time to move on away, but it seems like only a matter of time because there's only a pallet to use here. The main body is trying to transition and trying to just cut off this mechanic, while the psychologist is still trying to work on some ciphers. Mechanic does a full 180 and tries to go back, goes for another activation of that football. Can't vault in time because it's too slow, gets the main hit. Mechanic is down.
Yeah, and this is where you can see, like, especially even if you don't get the mechanic first early in the game, but when you get the rescuers down, the people that's supposed to harass for the team, who's supposed to protect the king, has been removed first. It makes it so much harder. It makes it so much harder for mechanic. It's Tarot now. The Squire's down. The king's just exposed.
No, yeah, the king's exposed. It's about to be checkmate. Katulanax now applying more pressure here, leeching the psychologist here, just cutting her off the route of running into the factory, which is one of the strongest areas here. Doesn't have anything to use, and the psychologist falls down. It seems like it's going to be a GG. Mechanic is going to go up. They're going to try their best to try and go for the seesaw scenario here between like them exhausting their self heals. But I mean, with the way Katulanax has been so laser focused with each survivor, I don't think Katulanax is going to like let go of this lead he has.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we've seen this kind of situation happen so many times before, you and I, Posh. And usually this kind of situations, 3 ciphers remaining, 2 players at half health, exhausting the self-heal 1 by 1. And that's the result right here, like, using the self-heal. Mechanic's gone with the self-heal, and Psychologist is the one left with a blink up on Dream Witch. I'd say it's a matter of time right here before Katulanax seals the deal.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And you know what, just recalling the way Katulanax started things off, going with I mean, it was kind of a slow start. She missed the mechanic spot, like in just the early seconds, so important. But you know what, that's the mark of a good hunter. Just trying to just roll with the punches, and once the chips are down, still able to employ that game plan. And now the blink gets popped. Both of them have exhausted their self-heal. GG's will be called victory area, which is such a nightmare for the breaking wheel. Has to exit that wheel form, and that's usually the best scenario for the survivors. So I feel like he needs to find the survivors out in the open. It seems like, wow, same spawn area near the shack area.
Yeah, the 3-faced god, DTM, distinguished right there, is going to go into wheel form. You can see that the mechanic is already placed on the robots. He's just going to be playing around with Pablo right there. Pablo is going to be the first kiter for Team Ravens, and you can see making the rounds there. Oh my god. And this is what happens. One spike, and
one spike full football, so that's something to take note of, because once that other spike pops, this forward is going to try to go to a better area. But so far so good, still sticking with that one spike, and now able to run over that forward. Let's see if DTM will transfer. Okay, and now we see that's the trigger for this forward to activate the football and move on over.
He blew away 75% of his balls to create that distance. But again, it's a breaking wheel you're dealing with, and just like that, through wheel form, he's just gonna catch up again. But again, this area is a very good area to kite against the breaking wheel. And he just has to be really careful and not to be trapped in the trap. And you can see already, Entomologist, the communication there. Entomologist like, okay, we need the bees now to support forward. Forward's gonna use all of his balls there. He's, oh no, and then you can see!
Wow!
Oh my
the
god!
3-pointer from a mile away, throwing the trap, capturing that forward. So again, a huge gamble there. I know he wanted to go in this area, but he does not have any resources to a rebound kite, to do a rebound kite. We've seen top hunters like Bobo from Do use football. All right, you're gonna chase me. All right, I'm gonna make this one count. But now 5 ciphers still remain, and now catching the mercenary early on here. He's gonna try to be able to spike him, get 2 spikes just so we can get a double down situation. But now mercenary has to be very careful. Let's see if he can get this rescue.
Yeah, I mean, he can definitely get this rescue, but forward does not have any football to utilize anymore, and that's the danger though, because right now what they're doing is they're giving the breaking wheel presence, and just like that, last hit, the hit from the machinery, the hit onto the forward now, that's full presence pollen right there. 3 ciphers remaining, but then again, I understand why they're going with this move because ultimately they just need one. They just need one. Sorry, they just need one.
Yeah, one survivor out.
Yeah, and that's it.
So yeah, I guess that they needed to just go for that save. But then again, if you play a little more recklessly, this breaking will capitalize on that. So now let's see how well they'll play this out. Mechanic does have that wanted order, so DTM can snipe out the main decoder here. Entomologist is at the middle, but DTM just playing this safe, wants to secure that no one is coming in, but that Tinnitus isn't being triggered. So let's see if he's going to overextend here to allow the forward to expire without him guarding. And now spots out the Mechanic in the sandbags area.
And he has the blink to, and that's why. Oh my god! Without like taking down the forward without even using the blink, and now having the blink to utilize, I think that was really a great play by DTM because one, he lets the survivors guess. Did he bring excitement to counter the forward, or is he using blink? And right now, that element of surprise paid off.
Yeah, he made the right call there. 3 ciphers remaining. You saw the activation of accelerated decoding. Mercenary is the only one decoding, and now we see that the entomologist gets spotted out. Extended spikes does land, and now we see also an area of effect spike. So 2 spikes, 1 hit, and she will be falling down. So entomologist has to be very careful. Mechanic could still be, just drop, because when she gets picked up, she can struggle free. So it seems like DTM is just going to focus on trying to down this entomologist, while Mercenary is going to be the Mercoder for today.
Mercoder indeed, but I would like to see him pick up the Mechanic to be honest. But Mechanic has used up his self-heal, exhausted his self-heal, and right now he's just gonna go back to the Mechanic. He knows that the Mechanic is trying to finish the cipher, 85% there, but you can see Agramon is already running away, which might be a little too late, but DTM, will he be able to find him? The footprints are there.
Yeah.
And just like that.
Yeah, Agramon is hugging these windows, wants him to exit that wheel form. Has to be just so cautious here. AoE, it's gonna spike 1, so at least she has to avoid that second spike, which she kind of did, so he can't go for that snap. And now just buying enough time here for that entomologist cipher to pop. 1 cipher still remains. Confined space is gonna trap her. And now Mechanic is down once again, but they popped the last cipher now.
Oh my god!
It was time!
It was, because the last cipher there, 85%, it was being done. And the last cipher, 85% pop, and just like that, 3 people are running around. And I would say DTM is in a pinch right here, literally in a pinch right here without detention. He needs to get 4K, but right now 3 people are running around. Oh my god, Posh.
Luckily for him, the entomologist is 1 swing away from falling down, but so far she's trying to make him dizzy, going around this cipher, and now we see the bees just giving that speed boost, trying to go for that hit. Blink is about to finish up, and also the bees are no longer a factor. Tries to go for a drop, but still the trap catches, and the entomologist does fall. But looking at the lower left screen, we see the Mechanic is transitioning towards the front of this gate. It looks like a 2-person escape on the side of Ravens.
Yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be a 7-2 for the first game itself. We've talked about in briefly just now, like ignore the harassers, go for a more comfortable composition. 1 decoder, 2 supporters, and 1 rescuer. That's what they're doing now. And Toby, he's gonna make a scene here.
One of Nell's favorite skins here, making his way to the arms factory here. Now we see that Koteto dropping the bot already far away from where the main body is. Now the entomologist is going to be the first one that will be leached. So Daikiri here, not wasting any time. Let's see if he can create a situation here. Entomologist, one of the slipperiest survivors out there. It's going to be really hard to pin her down, but he's going to try to swing and not go for any hit just yet.
Yeah, he's just trying to pay attention to the red light of the followers. Very nicely done there.
Wow.
Which situation not working? Why? I think he definitely to go through. He shouldn't be afraid.
And Blink wouldn't be up in time since it's the early seconds. So, I mean, that scramble, Daikiri definitely went out on top of it. And now we see Daikiri again dropping the patroller here. Mind you, the leech is still on this entomologist. Entomologist drops the pallet, but unfortunately, the patroller bite does happen. And now forcing him to actually stop his tracks. And let's see if he's going to go through the window. Blocks the window in time.
Oh my god, another block. And just like that, 1 hit down. My god, not even the leech follower. And just like
smokes.
Kiri, yeah, he's ready to leech another survivor at this point. And that's amazing for Daikiri at this point. He's just bringing him towards the water pump area where one cipher is being done. 2 survivors are there actually. So
yes,
wow.
Great share placement. Yeah, the 2 survivors, the mechanics bot as well as the main rescuer, I believe. I don't know if that is the mercenary, but we do see, the mercenary is in the area to make this rescue happen. But I would say, fairly early down, since this is like the 2-minute mark, 5 ciphers still remaining, but they're close to popping. One's at 90%, the other one's above the 50% mark. Now he's just waiting for it to be primed at that 50% mark. Will eat a hit, but gets the rescue done. So let's see how the entomologist does in this rebound kite.
Yeah, I mean, and he's gonna release the Doggo again. Yeah, the Doggo is just gonna make so much plays right here. I'm just trying to say that Daikiri probably missed the chance to leech another survivor there.
Right.
Yeah, because if he walked along, I think he was just trying to guard and not let them slip past, like being sneaky and slip past. Wow. Nice.
Just get the down right away when the tide expired. And now entomologist, he kind of risky. If that kite lasted a little longer, he'd probably think back, I should have leeched that mercenary. But you know what? It's still all good. Mercenary being healed up by the perfumer. Entomologist is going to see that rocket chair once again. And this is the slow, I would say quicksand effect of this, of the Dream Witch, right? Slowly but surely, you're going to start to struggle. And the more you struggle, the more you're going to sink into that quicksand. Now you're neck deep. So let's see if they can try to struggle free here and also just get those anti-curses. Because right now, it's the entomologist that has an anti-curse. Now we see that the mercenary is here. And he has another follower on him. Mercenary gets that hit.
Oh, yes, it looks like a double down situation. But you know what? Machinery needs to cover right here and then. And entomologist needs to get his bees up. The bees needs to be up.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that was an opportune time to release the bees for him to get that speed boost. And we've seen this in the previous matches, and Eli has called it out. It's really it's a bad situation when the survivor dies with the skills, and now the perfumer just releasing the perfume just to make sure mercenary does fall down, and now mechanic, her decoding speed has significantly decreased.
Yeah, I mean, this is not this is looking very, very good for Daikiri and LBH. Despite missing the earlier opportunity to leech another survivor, but just when you don't utilize your bees against a single hit hunter, like a single leech, single hit hunter, no one can really cover you, especially when machinery is on the verge of going down. So right now, 2 ciphers remaining, not too bad. Perfumer still has 2 perfumes. They have to make this rescue happen if they want to at least get a draw.
Ooh, dropping the patroller here, able to try and go for the mercenary. Mercenary has expelled an elbow pad, and now the perfumer as well. No one skill to, well, probably pop, but now we see that the mercenary might have to pop an elbow pad soon enough. And now drops a pallet to try to cancel it out, but will the hit happen before he's able to do so?
It's totally okay to save 1 elbow pad, especially if they're thinking about late game. But the saving grace right there was Eli Oter on the perfumer. He avoided the hit. So basically right now it's down to 1 cipher here, and there's still a chance for LBH. But then again, Posh, so does Daikiri. He still has a trump card if he ever needs to normal it.
That's true. I think he's thinking about it, because that's a juicy cipher 2 abnormal. That's the only cipher actually that's been worked on above 50%. So let's see what Daikiri will do. It seems like he is trying to look for the mercenary. I believe the mercenary is somewhere in the area, but again, it's with that delayed hit, he was able to move on away, and now he's trying to chase away more survivors and swat away from that cipher. Mechanic eats a hit, and you see that the main body is just guarding this cipher, so they got to open up another one.
Oh my god, this is the best use of patroller I've seen for a very long time. Like, throughout the whole game, just patrollers securing the downs and the hits. This is very, very consistent, good use of patroller. So kudos to Daikiri for doing this. Like, the pressure's so good.
Yeah, and the mercenary is up now, but you have to notice there are no more followers on the map, so Daikiri has to start leeching once again. We do see another cipher being worked on by Holtz. So Daikiri realizing there is a cipher that is shaking here at the factory area, and Holtz will be leeched once again. skills, we do see that the mechanic actually has an elbow pad too, so that could help out in late game. So it really, yeah, popping the last Cypher in a Dream Witch match, you need to be prepared for that end game because you have to have that end game kite with that detention.
Whoa. Yeah, and he's gonna get down there again. The best shot for LBH right now, Labyrinth, is probably a draw, and provided if they can actually decode the last Cypher, which is at 52%, but they're starting a new Cypher again, which is...
No. They all have elbow pads. They're all mercenaries right now.
They're all mercenaries. Mercenary and mercenary.
And now we see, yeah, they are switching skills. Now, they're only one hit and a air shock lands. A little overextension there by Eli Otter, but I think they really need to push for some Cyphers here. And now Mercenary will see the rocket share once again. Mechanic is the only one that is up.
No.
So it seems like Daikiri really has a stranglehold on this match.
Yeah, the quick switch, do you see that? Just instant, I was like, oh wow, that happened. I thought that he was gonna hold on to the patroller a little bit longer, but I think Daikiri said, yeah, it's safe. It's safe to go aggressive now. It's safe to go for the bling. We don't need the trump card for abnormal anymore. And it paid off. And Kotato is the last person going to be trying to escape. Kotato knows what's going on, but
yeah, he was trying. So Kotato made a mad dash towards that dungeon area, but I mean, there's still Perfumer. This is the first rocket share, and now he a mechanic does get leeched. Now this is where the elbow pad comes in. Now Kotato using the elbow pad here just to create that distance, but now can she kite long enough for that dungeon to pop open? Kiting away from that dungeon, that's what's important where Daikiri is doing. And now it lands the last hit. Daikiri, a 4K hunter, just like his counterpart.
If he wants to get a 4K against the Ravens, but will it be the Wills that will prevail against the Flying Ravens? So we'll just have to see. Will the Ravens fly or will the Wills soar? Let's go.
I mean, I think the wheels might run over the Ravens, but now running right into Pablo ZG, and it seems like the patient will be the first one in the immediate vicinity. So let's see. Like you said, he can change his mind. He can just switch to another target. No spike on this patient, and now he's ready. Oh, anti-airs his hook. So now that is a beautiful play on the side of the hunter.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, chasing the patient first, definitely very good choice, especially since even with the hooks, he can still manage to catch up, and they can have it. He wasted one hook there, and just like that, oh my god, it's so bad. It's gonna go. Oh my god.
Yeah, that hook, it got blocked off by the box area. Pablo ZG unfortunately falls down, but luckily for DTM, this is a great start. Now also harassing the sandbag Cypher, so this is a good position to put this patient in. He has one more hook for that rebound kite, so let's see how DTM is going to play this one out, because he did see a survivor. I think that was the mercenary that did transition away. Perfumer does have that wanted order, but she wants to pop that Cypher before she tries to commit to anything else.
Yeah, and Felchap right there, gonna rescue right before the half-line mark. And patient, one hook left. Gonna make sure how he uses it properly. Oh my goodness.
He was about to activate that hook. DTM just a step ahead here in this, and really pushing the pace of this match. Now patient wanted, the last effort already expired, and now we see DTM is in a pretty good spot here in the middle, so it seems like he will try to push for a Cypher there at that water tank area. Mercenary at least didn't eat any hits, can go for a rebound save, allowing the Enchantress and the Perfumer to play decoders, but they seem really far away. Enchantress seems to be the one in the area to give that tinnitus.
Yeah, I have to say they're looking for the last rescue there. Enchantress is going to be the choice, but if he gets spiked one more time, full presence there. Oh god, it's so hard. I think the patient is going to die with one hook remaining. Enchantress right there. Oh my god.
That was that hit just really hit at the tip part, and the Enchantress unable to, well, she does have a full stack, and now basement also will be in the vicinity for DTM. So it's looking like DTM is rising to the occasion here to push for that that all survivor kill. So let's see how they're going to play this. So now Perfumer seems to be the one that is transitioning to probably make this rescue happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a very strong position for DTM. Oh, nice use of Perfume to cancel out the spike. He's gonna get one spike though, Perfumer right there. But Perfumer can definitely go for the rescue if she wants to. But the thing is, she probably doesn't have Titanna, so probably just here to give Tinnitus. But again, if you give Tinnitus here and not rescue, it's gonna be down to 2 men. When it's down to 2 men and 3 ciphers remaining, my goodness, it can be a potential 4K.
Yeah, the math does not lie, Nell. It seems like this Perfumer has to make a decision. Enchantress is slowly whittling away, goes back, interesting, and eats that hit. Let's see if she'll transition to make this rescue, because the Enchantress does have a 3-stack, so maybe that could actually help her out. But we see that the DTM is going to try to cut it off. He has Blink ready. Is he going to go for the Blink hit? Oh, chair hit, but no! Goes for the last effort, and he goes for the 3-stack stun.
Yeah, but fortunately, Enchantress, fortunately the Perfumer manages to rescue right there and then, even with the Blink stun, Blink hit, reset, attack reset, recovery. But now the Enchantress, he's like, oh no, where's the Enchantress? Can't find the Enchantress.
Oh, Enchantress is able to find her, and now gets the spike. No. And now that was actually a good split up. Will the Enchantress eat a second spike? No, created that distance, and now tries to go for that trap. Enchantress still trying to buy enough time. Can she get a stack to at least extend her kite? Trying to go a ring around the Rosie, but now goes for the corner here. Uses the 1 stack and now falls down. 1 cipher remains, and that cipher is just being worked on now. Oh, actually, not even worked on. Only at 6%.
It's a new cipher. Yeah, okay, this is looking... And this is exactly where we're coming in from. DTM, like Posh, what you said, give DTM the redemption play on the Breaking Wheel, and Raven, like, feeling that they are not threatened by Breaking Wheel. This is what happens. This is what happens when you allow DTM to do a second Breaking Wheel in the exact same map against you, because right now DTM is looking very strong for a 4K even.
But now, you know what, Raven's trying to extend this a little bit. You saw the Mercenary hiding there. Perfumer as well, allowing the Mercenary to actually extend and try to push for a cipher. We do see that DTM, he can't lose his cool here. He needs to just be very careful and look at the smallest spots here, but now spots out the Perfumer.
Yeah, Perfumer has 1 elbow pad. It's the Mercenary avoiding. Yeah, at least she avoided the second spike right there. But I don't think it makes a lot. I don't think it makes a lot of difference, because right now she's just 1 spike away. DTM is just very detailed right here. He's like, okay, it's fine. I'll just snap first, and she's down to 25% health. If she comes again near, all I need is just 1 spike, and boom, that's it. 1 snap, she's gone. So focus on the Mercenary first. That's good.
Yeah, but now if he focused too much on the Mercenary, like you said, Perfumer, with that accelerated decoding, on a matter of time, she will be popping that cipher. Almost at 50%. Now Mercenary actually transitioning away from the triple pallet area. DTM now, is he fully going to commit? We do see that the Mercenary does have elbow pad, and now elbow pad's away from that spike, and now it's actually above 50%, so she can try to push for this cipher. Goes for the snap, and now DTM is going to try to focus on this Perfumer.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure that the ciphers are not being touched much. Like you can see right here, 1 cipher is at 60%, another is at 30%. 1 more, just 1 snap there. And if, oh no. Ooh. Yeah, it was on cooldown, sorry, my mistake. But the Blink settled it right there and then.
And now he just has to focus on the Mercenary. This Perfumer is going to take a while to bleed out. Mercenary has to, just kite for as long as he can. Maybe he's going to try to open up a chest here just to try and heal up, but it seems like only a matter of time. Once DTM finds that Mercenary, it's going to be GG's, and we are going to see a round number 3.
Round number 3. Who would have thought? Very unexpected right here, but DTM making it work. He's no longer, but fortunately, just drifting away. But you know what? They're not gonna even waste the time. They're just gonna surrender right there.
These survivors, and honestly, maybe still play to the same type of strategy. Again, we haven't seen DTM play this Dream Witch, so I'm not sure what kind of build and what trait he wants to bring to the table if he's going to go full aggressive. Now, spawning here and transitioning towards the middle side of this map, he's going to actually run into Pablo ZG. and it really depends on how well. We've seen 3 Dream Witch players already, including DTM. So let's see what difference he'll make in the other Dream Witches that we've seen so far.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be the standard. It's gonna be the standard patroller. I mean, I don't see why not. But if you want to compare, if especially during the COA where there's the
Blink.
silk blink Dream Witch.
Yeah.
I don't think I just think the patroller is more comfortable. It's more accustomed. Like you see, like right now, you can see DTM releasing the first patroller here. Already has a leech. Basically, the postman.
Right before he made the vault, the dog was able to find the ankles, and now it hits the postman with a main body. So postman now moves on away and tries to transition away from this graveyard area, but we're going to see DTM move the main body and also the leech follower. So note that the postman has not picked up an anti-crit and now will drop another patroller.
Oh no, can he fight?
Oh
my god.
Wow.
He can, he's gonna be beaten now. You know what, actually, to be honest, if you don't have a priestess here, or you don't have a force support here, I would say usually the toy merchant needs to start setting up the catapults and communicate to the postman where he can make his leap, especially here towards the second floor or something, and you know, just technically just providing assistance here, because otherwise you're just giving up. It's just gonna be like giving up on a postman and say, you know what, bro, you can kite alone. If you can kite long, good, you're our MVP. But if you can't kite, sorry, you're on your own. So it feels kind of bad. So yeah, I have to say the support is definitely on the toy merchant side here.
Yeah, if she did set up a catapult, but then again, you know what? The survivors of RV, they don't really need to. They just need to tie it. Now he drops a catapult in this area, so the toy merchant is gonna go for this rescue. Can she make it before half? Oh, gonna destroy and goes for the dog bite here, but unfortunate, couldn't find the ankles, and now we see that the last effort does pop. Toy merchant still has a magic wand to provide and another catapult, so she can go for a rebound rescue. But it seems like the mercenary is the most healthy to do so.
Yeah, and you can see that 2 ciphers are remaining. It might not seem like the best kite ever, but cipher, like, this is where you can see like DTM, he couldn't really disturb anyone, but right now he's just gonna get a cheap shot onto the toy merchant, like just unexpected right there. Toy merchant at half health all of a sudden, but then again, toy merchant cipher is almost done. Look at the bottom left corner. This coordinator cipher is almost done. Coordinator is just gonna come straight away, or even just to finish the toy merchant cipher. Mercenary is probably gonna rescue, and toy merchant is probably gonna finish off coordinator's original cipher, and just like that, that's gonna set up for late game, just like that.
And we see that the toy merchant actually going to the second floor, transitioning towards the middle part, and now we see that the main follower, one of the followers, is here. Going to create a situation. He's going to guard these 2 spots, where the toy merchant is at and where the postman is, and now the patroller gets dropped here. Mercenary trying to play the mind games here, and now that hit allows for the rescue to happen, and now the dog bite here, allowing the postman to actually transition towards the second floor.
Yeah, and you can see that the cipher at the grave is almost done, and postman right here. Oh my god, he waited a little too late to make that leap.
I know, last cipher remains, but it's kind of far from popping, so it seems like they're gonna try to push for a 3-person escape, but it doesn't seem like he's gonna chair the postman just yet. I think they're gonna prepare for endgame here, while we see that the toy merchant is already rotating to an advantageous side of this map. Coordinator on that last cipher. Toy merchant is opening up a chest while mercenary is preparing also, but now the cipher is nowhere near from popping though.
Yeah, it's not, simply because the place where the toy merchant was hit, that cipher was interrupted. He couldn't really do anything here. Right now they just have to play the long end game. They have to heal up. They have to make sure no leeches are up, and that is exactly what Raven is doing now. There's no leeches up onto them. Mercenary is being healed to full health. Coordinator is just looking for another chest just in case he wants to swap in between the a perfume and and a gun, but you know what? She's at half health, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter much with the perfume. At this
Yeah, I was
point.
gonna say that. I was like, oh yeah, perfume, that would be great. But if she was full health, that would have been awesome. But now, you see that the coordinator just dropped the perfume, sticking to just the flare gun. So let's see if that flare gun can extend the kite. We do see that the toy merchant is working on another cipher as well as the mercenary. And now we see the main body moving towards the middle part, just so we can guard these ciphers that have been moving. We do note that the anti-curse is only on the coordinator because she's the only one that with that leech. So it's so important that she actually de-leeches herself. Mercenary also just being very careful with when he's touching that cipher, and Angel D running the routes here, just making sure he's not going to be caught at a disadvantageous position.
For sure. The dungeon is right in the middle, so I'm just saying if they're preparing for late game, right now you can see that the toy merchant just moving away from the leeches, the danger leeches at the shack right there. Knows that something is up here, so DTM just trying to guard the last remaining 2 ciphers. Like, they decoded 1 extra cipher.
Ooh.
Oh, what? Okay, he was trying to
bait out a blink. Yeah, it has the blink now, so let's see if Angel D is going to try to pop that flare gun. We do see him try to hug the corners here. Oh, blink hit connects, but luckily for coordinator, that is her follower. So now we see Toy Merchant is just hiding so close near that cipher. Mercenary is also up and also just playing the long game. This is how you want to play this Dream Witch match. But now Dream Witch does find the Toy Merchant rotating away from that cipher, and now the Mercenary also gets caught up here.
I say Mercenary should just take the hit and continue decoding, simply because by the time they finish decoding, they would have been able to pop, and Mercenary will still be at full health. But then again, it's a very risky play for them, I think. But I definitely think the Mercenary could have just insisted on. Yeah, he's gonna get that hit, but at least he can continue decoding, right? And
now Leech is gone, and now actually all of their leeches are gone. But Toy Merchant has to be very careful because the main body is there. And that was unfortunate. The tram really didn't work in the favor of the survivors. Coordinator is up already. Mercenary, that hit already taking effect. And we do see that ciphers are slowly moving. Accelerated decoding is definitely on their side. And we do see that the Toy Merchant transitioning to that 2nd floor just so she can use her glider to move on away. And now we see Coordinator. Clear line of vision. Will she go for that shot? No, she's not.
Yeah, she's just trying to block. Send her to a dead end right there. Toy Merchant just picking for help me. I think that again they're just trying to go for the late game right there. Did the tram get him? No. Yeah, but just try to heal each other up right here. And I think it's very wise of Raven because especially you know what a Dream Witch can do in the late game. And DTM right here, he's just trying to make sure that he covers all grounds. As soon as he gets his leech cooldown off, he's just gonna keep leeching each survivor and giving more pressure.
Yeah, we do see that oh my god, the tram hit, ladies and gentlemen, just when he transitioned. But then again, he wasn't really chasing anyone. Coordinator is the only one with that leech, allowing the coordinator actually to de-leech. So that gives an opening for Angel D. But now, if we note that when the hunter does focus on one survivor, Mercenary is healed up, has 2 elbow pads. Toy Merchant now, let's see if she'll try to overextend here. And now just pops that flare gun. Still holding on to this blink, wants to hold on to it till the very end. Man, that's a long stun.
It's very, very long. But again, there's another follower right at that point. Oh, and the big stick! Yeah, I was like, oh my god, the trajectory. How does DTM just knows what's going on here? And he's finally gonna down Angel D. He's gonna put Angel D onto the rocket chair, and he's just gonna keep leeching right here and here. Toy Merchant. But look, Tosh, they're actually decoding 2 separate ciphers, so doesn't matter what, because right now Toy Merchant is in the middle. And he's just trying to delete right here, buying some time. Fortunately, Coordinator is at his first chair, so they can afford to waste time there.
Ooh, and now Mercenary actually about to pop that cipher. Toy Merchant now transitioning away from that 2-story. Yeah, first rocket chair in the Coordinator, and she does have a longer time on that rocket chair. So it seems like the cipher is already primed. And he cannot use the trump card anymore. So it seems like Mercenary will try and extend here just to keep the attention away from that Toy Merchant who is de-leeching. So if she's able to de-leech, she can safely pop that cipher in the middle of this map. While Mercenary so close. All right, that is prime. So let's see if he's going to go for this rescue. That's at 99. The other one's at 96.
Yeah. Mercenary is just going to run back and open. Oh my god! Yeah, he doesn't want to get that. He wants to be at full health when the cipher pops. I think that's what they're expecting. But another leech there happening. Machinery, can they wait another 5 seconds? No! Machinery is still at half health. And this is... Yeah, but fortunately he's gonna use his last pad there. Yeah, DTM has to make sure that they at least get to a second half if they want to have a chance to come back from this. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Raven needs a 3 escape and there will be no round 3 second half. And it's over. But for LBH, if they get a draw, they are still moving to round 3 second half.
And we'll compute the points later, but it's still a 5-point deficit. We do see that the toy merchant actually launches herself toward nearer to the the dungeon area. We do see that the coordinator is deleeching. Toy merchant also has an anti-curse on her, so let's see if Agramont can stay in this area. But it seems like she's gonna try to make a mad dash for the exit here. We do note that the survivors are opening up the gate, but the blink next coordinator is out, and now we're gonna see a second half in round number 3.
Yeah, not too bad. Like, we definitely want to see more action from both these teams with the doll. But I seriously don't see that happening because they need the decoding power to happen. So they're probably not going to do that kind of play.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough, especially how vulnerable she is. And Nell geeking out with the skins here again. Promised Neverland skin. So beautiful. And now we see Daikiri running towards the center. He has Holtz, he has THE that is also there. And the mechanics bot is actually right at the middle as well. So let's see if he's going to spot that out early to try and stop the decoding. It seems like it might be a rematch here. The batter might be the one that is getting the heartbeat, but it seems like a turn was made. And now Daikiri taking his time because he knows he just needs 1K.
Yeah, as soon as one Cypher starts shaking, he's just gonna go straight away for that area. The Tinnitus is still being triggered, but she doesn't really know who that is. So Daikiri just gonna move on, trying to see, opening up the mirror right there, and he's gonna know that's the batter. Getting a hit onto the batter here would be very, very good, but we'll just have to see what happens. And he's just gonna go for the next target right there.
Okay, that defended the Cypher pretty well. And honestly, we did see some redemption arcs in DTM, but that batter could happen. And now Holtz actually using the shovel here. And now Daikiri finding Kotato here. This is actually the best possible find. Mechanic out in the open here, and now just switches right away to cut her off back into this graveyard area.
Yeah, I mean, Holtz was definitely a little scared there. Like going straight.
I'd be scared.
Yeah, it's really okay, I guess. But the thing is, when you do that, you have to remember to announce. Blink nice. Oh my god. What? Oh my god, a little bit slow right there, but
this is the mechanic, right?
Yeah, this is the mechanic, and mind you, the basement is here.
Oh my god, but back to your point, the batter tried to go for a swing, but a miss there, and Daikiri now is gonna reap the rewards of this basement location. 4 Cyphers still remain, the mechanic spot is still okay, and now the batter actually trying to go for an early rescue here. This is actually gonna be kind of scary. If he goes tries to go for the hit, so far no dice, and now eats the hit, goes for the rescue, and now Tide will be in effect.
Yeah, it will. Oh my god, letting the mechanic go in first. Yeah, the mirror is gonna be up really soon. He's gonna get the double down here, but Daikiri's like, yeah, you know what? It's not gonna work because I have a mirror standby for you. But I believe the batter, yeah, that mirror placement's not gonna get the batter. But Kotato is gonna be down. The bot is still up, mind you, but again, you can see here why mechanic is not exactly the best choice for a 4-man escape, because Daikiri knows this, and that's why he was like, okay, you know what? It's the batter. No, yeah, I don't want batter. I go to Gearkeeper, then I go to mechanic.
Yeah, and honestly, he could just camp it out here. Now expels Holtz out of it, and now goes for the rescue, but no Tide Turner here. He's gonna try and pop a mirror here, but he's gonna find out Kotato is actually, I don't know if he spots Kotato. He's gonna be actually committing to teleporting here, and now Kotato is actually out of line of sight. So this could be the opening LBH is looking for.
Yeah, this is weird. He definitely saw the mechanic. He definitely saw the mechanic running towards the shack, and that's exactly what Daikiri is doing here. But Daikiri, I don't know. I mean, you saw it, right? You saw that the line of sight was definitely towards the left, going towards the shack. The mechanic was there, but it's not really I don't know. Daikiri just lost the mechanic just like that, and they're gonna try and heal up the mechanic there.
Yeah, so this again is the big opening that they're looking for in that scramble. Who knows? Maybe tunnel vision to down that batter. Again, that's like it's like the bull and the matador, right? The batter just wanting to gain all the attention, but now downs the bot. He's gonna get a glimpse where the mechanic is at, and now the mechanic is healed. So back to square one. 2 ciphers still remaining. He wants to be able to chair this mechanic once again. But this is going to be a little tough since this is going to be the second time we're going to see the mechanic on this rocket chair. And the battery's going to try to swing. Let's see if he's going to make this one count. He's trying to hug the walls here. Oh, unable to score that hit. And Daikiri has a free opening to go to the second floor of the corner house.
Yeah, I like what Daikiri is doing here. He said, no! Oh my god! He did not even...
But let's see if he can bait out. But yeah, unfortunately, the mechanic there, having just the wherewithal to turn left instead of right. Daikiri being a little ahead of himself. This might actually go in favor of LBH. Now Daikiri forcing to go down here. And now Blink is definitely online though.
Yeah, I mean, now the batter is going to be covering for the mechanic, and that's going to be a problem there. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I think at least even though he doesn't use the blink, okay, that's the thing. He can, I think he's just trying to save for excitement at the very end. But again, the ciphers are being rushed so fast right here. Gravekeeper has finished the one in the graveyard, and right now technically is the perfumer on the last cipher. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it might come down to just a detention hit, right? So they really have to protect everyone at this point. Anyone can eat this hit because Daikiri now, the choices became limited with that scramble situation. And now we see that the batter is trying, oh, it seems like he's going to focus on this batter. This batter has one cricket bat to use just to provide that extra space. And now, holding on to that trump card. Let's see if he's going to try to catch this mechanic off guard.
Oh my god, to be honest, I just feel like there are some times where it's so questionable. You don't see... Like right now they're just playing the game here where mechanic tries to loop here, maybe drop a pallet, but
there we go.
Straight away.
Oh, it wasn't enough, but no, misses the hit. Blink does not connect, and now the mechanic is trying to go towards another pallet. A series of just swings, and now Daikiri finally downs the mechanic.
And 1k is all they need. To be honest, batter should have definitely tried to cover mechanic right there, especially since Daikiri is already at, Daikiri is already on the mechanic's tail. That's his last share. Mechanic's last share. Batter definitely needs to be there to cover for mechanic. But you know what? GG, well played. Raven is gonna be moving on due to points, and yeah.
Let's see if he was trying to. Oh, okay, nice, and gets the hit again. But that's all Daikiri.